And ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to CPA Christ Presbyterian Academy on the campus at 2323 Old Hickory Boulevard in Nashville, Tennessee. It's good to have you along for tonight's broadcast of an exciting matchup here in the Den. You see in midfield right there the officials and coaches meeting going on, and the captains as well. Captains for CPA on the right side include Archie Troxell, senior number 4. You can barely see him in the all-white uniform there. Right next to Coach Brett Armstrong. The officials there wearing red tonight. And the White House players on the left. There's Coach shaking hands. The coaches for respective teams. The head coach is Mark Lamberth for White House, Coach Lamberth. And the Blue Devils arrive here for this region championship game as what many consider a very, very strong team and a state title contender in AAA. And, of course, the Lions can't be left out of that conversation as well. Here in this region championship game, both teams are guaranteed at least one more game, a sectional game, on Saturday. So tonight's game is for the region championship and bragging rights in that respect, and also the big prize of a home game on Saturday. If you win tonight, you play at home Saturday. If you lose tonight, you must go away. Other captain there, Ben Hooper. I see Ben, another senior number 8, shaking hands, and there they go back toward the bench area. Team's warming up, almost done. This is Phil Newman here, your Director of Communications, along with Sam Pomerico. Correct again? Still correct? Pomerico? Sam is helping us out on the production tonight. Big help. Sam is a Belmont student, helping us out. Much appreciated. PR student. We'll have 40 minutes on the clock for this matchup about to begin in a few moments. Well, they'll have the introductions first, and we'll find out the starters. Maybe a little bit of a mild surprise. The starters I have listed here for CPA include a couple players that don't always start, and we'll hear the official announcement. I'll keep you in suspense there for a few minutes. CPA beat Lipscomb last Thursday night, and then on Tuesday night of this week, was it last night? Am I dreaming that? Yes, last night defeated Merrill High 2-0, almost 3-0. Had a chance at a goal called back on an offside that was perhaps questionable. Anyway, Lions did win that game to advance to this region final and guarantee themselves a spot in the sectional. So right now we are in the top 16 teams in AAA remaining in Tennessee out of, I don't have the number, but more than 100. And the winner of this, of course, both teams will remain in the Sweet 16 until Saturday when that is an elimination game. So Saturday's game will determine which team moves on to the Final 8, which will be at Spring Fling, May 20 to 24. So next week, basically, Spring Fling in Murfreesboro will be the quarterfinals, semifinals, and final of the AAA state tournament. Lions were last there, I want to say 3 years ago. I know in the spring of 2010, Lions had an epic battle to Boyd Buchanan, if memory serves, and lost in penalty kicks to bow out in the state tournament. But spirited run that year. CPA had, as Coach Brett Armstrong described it a while back, a heartbreaking loss last year in the district round to I forget the opponent right now. Apologize for that. Anyway, point is, heartbreaking loss this year. Lions hope to, they already have gone farther than that, hope to go even farther all the way back to state and contend for a title. We'll now have momentarily the introductions, prayer, national anthem, and then we'll play some soccer. Here come the teams out towards center, the center of the field, midfield here. For those who don't know, the CPA field is definitely a narrow field by soccer standards. So the teams will try to play as wide as they can, but that may be a bit of a challenge, and we'll see which team has the better of the run of play. The Lions will try to be aggressive and score goals. That's their modus operandi, is to push the attack and put the hammer down. They're not a sit-back-and-play defense type team. They definitely want to attack. There you see the starters at midfield. Keeper is the familiar Walker Hagan. He's a sophomore, outstanding goalie for the Lions in the orange jersey with CPA logo emblazoned on the chest, number 1. That's Coach Mike Elson. Actually, that's Kevin Hagan, I do believe. Kevin Hagan, CPA parent, CPA dad, and soccer dad on the PA. Appreciate him, and also Scott Hewerman helping out with our PA and music. Yep, Coach Mike Elson will bring the prayer right now.
Most gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for this opportunity to play soccer on a beautiful evening. Father, first of all, I pray for White House High School, for their coaches, for their administration, just for their entire school as they prepare for graduation tomorrow night. We thank you for giving them safety of travel. Father, we pray for CPA Lions, for coaches and players. Help both teams to play to the best of their ability. And Father, I pray that you would be honored in how we compete. We ask everything in Jesus' name. Amen.
Please remain standing for our national anthem. For tonight's starting lineups. Starting with White House High School, number 55, junior, Maddie Howard, goalie. Number 1, senior, Gage Black. Number 5, junior, Brandy Morgan. Number 6, senior, Chase Dunlap. Number 8, sophomore, Louis Vitale. Number 9, senior, Austin Thomas. Number 16, junior, Tanner Crane. Number 17, junior, Sloan Daly. Number 19, senior, Austin Young. Number 25, sophomore, Taylor Rigsby. And number 34, junior, Brock Fogel. Now for your CPA Lions. In goal, number 1, sophomore, Walker Hagan. Number 5, junior, Max Presley. Number 6, junior, William Trapnell. Number 7, sophomore, J.R. Osborne. Number 11, senior, Sean Russell. Number 12, junior, Chance Meyer. Number 15, freshman, Harrison Myers. Number 17, junior, Grady Sutton. Number 24, freshman, Spencer Hagan. Number 25, freshman, Chip Omer. And number 27, junior, Joe Trice.
Okay, you heard the starters right there for both teams, including several younger players. Lions do rely on a lot of youth. Several sophomores play key roles, including the keeper Hagan, Walker Hagan, and J.R. Osborne in the midfield, along with the freshman Harrison Myers in the midfield, and Spencer Hagan also getting the nod, and Chip Omer's a young guy too. Chip Omer also a freshman. So Lions have some youth and some really talented youth. Josh Russell, I don't see him wearing a uniform. I think he may be injured tonight. Didn't have a chance to get that information. Apologize before the game, but we'll check on that. Just getting word that Josh Russell, maybe a slight concussion. and did not pass the test today that's required. And there you see the team getting their traditional pregame starting lineup soccer photo. Mr. Coach Jay Wilkinson there in the purple shirt taking that shot on the right of your screen. So Josh Russell not able to play tonight. That could be a factor for the Lions. They rely on his speed and skill up front, up top, or on one of the wing midfielders. So in his place, perhaps Omer. And there the Lions to our left, huddling one more time as a team. See them on the, there you go. Keep one ear off, Sam. If you notice anything, jump into during the broadcast. You see anything that worth mentioning? Jack Cawthorn just walked by. Hey, Jack Cawthorn, good to see you. Voice of the football Lions on the PA in the fall. Great night for soccer. The sun is shining from the west, of course, to east. That's right to left on your TV or computer screen tonight as it begins to make the descent towards setting. But it's a perfect night for soccer, other than the fact that Lions will be going into that glare the first half. It'll be Omer. Rather, it'll be Sutton, number 17, kicking off with Osborne. Sutton, the forward in the center for the Lions. Big, tall, speedy, rangy forward. And the Lions start off Spencer Hagan, but playing in the back. Hagan plays it way up towards Sutton. Sutton challenges for it, does head on it to the right, heading for it now, trying to get there. Not quite as Max Presley, number 5. Presley, good header on there, flick on by Sutton. I mentioned his height, and that's a factor. Grady will definitely benefit from having that height at forward. Toward the middle, played out nicely there. A little rescue move played by Brock Fogel, 34, one of the defenders for White House. Underway just now, 40 minutes on the clock. Region 5 AAA championship game from the Den on a beautiful evening. The pitch is in good shape. Here's a corner, played across. It's still loose. Osborne got a foot on it now. Sutton does, but the keeper comes up with it. That is a Gage. I only get that right. Was it Gage Black? No, he's a midfielder. I've got down here Howard, but I think it actually might be another player, the keeper. That was a different name mentioned during during the lineup introduction, so I'm not quite sure. The keeper, we'll get that figured out in a second. It says here Howard, 55, Matty Howard, but I'm not positive on that. Sutton fighting for it. Now it's played back by White House defense toward the midfield, but played up by Trapnell. Can Presley get there? He will fight, but it'll be played out by the keeper. Well done by Presley to pressure that one. He was pressuring the defender right there on the left side. Here's Trapnell with Omer near him. Plays it towards Sutton, but it's stolen back away by White House. Up the left side, challenging there. Now, but it's one on by White House. And that is Gage Black, number 1. Stolen away, though. Nicely done by the Lions. Chance Meyer, number 12, he plays right back. Meyer hustling back, and the ball is switched all the way across in the direction of Joe Trice. Trice will have the throw in for CPA. No score early on. 2 minutes gone here in the first half. Trice, a long throw. It's going to be won back by White House, though, however. Down the right wing they go. And there was Spencer Hagan winning that ball from the center back position, but now White House has it. Not much flow yet. Either team really trying to get any flow going, any rhythm. Nothing yet. Here's White House with a chance, though. They've got equal numbers. Spencer Hagan plays it out toward Presley. He'll head on it to Sutton. Sutton, although can't quite get there. Here is Sean Russell, number 11, playing it up toward Osborne. Was cutting through, but it wasn't quite able to connect. Here's Meyer. He'll win the ball up the right wing. Nobody really there for the Lions, though. Here's Presley fighting for it. Presley will tackle, but it's won away by White House, that time in the form of number 16, Tanner Crane on the left mid spot. Here's the through ball, nicely played. Getting there perhaps is Brady Morgan, number 5. Fight crosses it, but it comes to Walker Hagan about the 6-yard line. So good effort there by White House. They couldn't quite cash in. Nobody was there to connect on the cross. Sent in nicely by Brady Morgan, the junior midfielder. Now almost 3.5 minutes gone. And throw in coming for White House as they challenge. Down the left side. Trapnell. Beautiful ball again. Played in. Dangerous. Out and over the fence by Spencer Hagan right there. It was another cross by Brady Morgan, number 5. He's a dangerous midfielder, it appears, out of the gate, quick and speedy, and up the right side. That'll be a challenge for the Lions all night. Joe Trice over there will have his hands full, perhaps, his feet full, if you will. Here comes a corner kick. Whitehouse on the attack. Ball is lifted in. It's dangerous. It's still loose. It's played out momentarily. Here's a shot coming. Fortunate for CPA, it was not a good bounce for Louis Vital, number 8. If that ball bounces cleanly to his feet, he can crank a shot. Unfortunately for him, it took a little bit of an odd bounce, and he did not get a clean look at it and went out of bounds off of a defender. Here comes another corner kick, lifted up. Dangerously, Myers on it. Now Omer plays it up and out. 25, Omer, the freshman. There he is fighting for it. Boy, he's gotten bigger. I haven't seen him for a while. Trapnell now to Sutton. Sutton looking for Osborne, perhaps. He does. It'll be played out of bounds off of Whitehouse. I do believe, yes, it is. The referee saying CPA throw-in. Now 35-15. So not quite 5 minutes gone. Long throw again. That time by, was that Osborne over there? Really, really good. Trice and Osborne, at least for the Lions, have long throws in their arsenal. Crowd, decent. Student section to our right. Down on the first section, and a lot of fans in the first section of bleachers here. Played there by Meyer. Now Hagan out toward Presley. Presley will try to head on it. Goes over his head. Now Whitehouse tries to control, but now it's Presley trying to win it back. Myers fighting for it. Also Harrison. Josh Russell getting fouled. Sean Russell, my bad. Harrison Meyer trying to play it fast. Myers is. He will lift it into the box. There's Osborne on it. Osborne's there. Gets a foot on it. But it's going to be saved. Whoa, that was a nicely done cross from Harrison Myers to the cutting Osborne. And Osborne had a leg on it but couldn't quite get over that ball. And the keeper was able to scoop it up last minute. Best chance so far for the Lions. 34-15 to go here in the first half. On the run now, Whitehouse. Outside to Morgan. Morgan will cross it again. That's a third cross he's had dangerously. And it comes over to Gage Black. Black crosses it back in the middle. Played out by Omer nicely with a header. Whitehouse setting back up again to build it up. Ball sent in, not very strong there that time. And here's Myers. Can he win possession? He will try. Whitehouse wins it back, though. Now here's a little 1-2. Dangerous opportunity right there off the foot of Myers. Chance Meyer, out of bounds. It was Vital, number 8, the sophomore forward with a crack at goal. Another corner, the third corner of the game already for Whitehouse. The Blue Devils will go short. We'll go back to the 18. Maybe a shot coming here. No, it's a lift. Dangerous. Oh, my, what a save by Walker Hagan. Headed on by Gage Black off the little cross in by the defender, Taylor Rigsby. And, wow, nice job by Walker Hagan to get a hand on that one. Just a hand. Headed out by Sutton. Whitehouse, another crack at it. No, stolen away by Myers. Long shot over the goal. Taken that time by the defender, Rigsby again. We'll get our camera figured out. We're a little bit off center, I think, aren't we? Yeah. Sorry about that, folks. We're doing our best with our tripod up here. We'll work that out best we can. I don't know. Meantime, just kind of tilt your head if you have to. Here's Chip Omer, gives it off to Sutton. Sutton will look through toward Presley. Looks like maybe Sutton's playing a little more of an attacking center mid, and Osborne up top. Whitehouse has had several dangerous chances. 32-30 to go. We played 7.5 minutes so far. No score yet. But Whitehouse, several dangerous chances, and Walker Hagan made a brilliant save with one hand there a few moments ago to avert. The ball was going to go in if he didn't get a hand on it. Here's another cross by Whitehouse. All the way across, though, it's Russell to Trapnell. Trapnell will try to control. Whitehouse is for real. The Lions knew that. I see Whitehouse is a dangerous team. They scored a lot of goals this season, haven't given many up. I was looking at their score sheet this morning. They have dominated most teams they played. They beat Brentwood earlier this season. Brentwood, of course, a perennial soccer power in 3A, I guess it is. And so for Whitehouse to defeat Brentwood is a feat, F-E-A-T. I realize we get going so fast tonight, we forgot to do our overlay. We'll get that up as well in a moment here. Here comes the throw. It'll be Rigsby coming up to take it. Here it is, headed out. Trice is fighting for it. Shot not quite around. Dangerous, though. Oh, my goodness, still alive. It's out now. Is it not out? Referee flag is up in the corner. No. The flag is up. It went out of bounds for a goal kick. White House fans are celebrating prematurely, or post-maturely, if you will. That is not a goal. It's a goal kick. Out of bounds before the shot. That was a good call. And there we go. Goal kick taken by Hagan. Nicely done. Way past midfield. There's Grady Sutton trying to head on it. It's won by White House, but backward. Here's Sutton playing it through to nobody. I maybe thought he could get Osborne there, but it wasn't quite there. Down the wing, fast, goes Vital, number 8. Here is Hagan trying to win. Spencer Hagan cross. Trice blocks it. Still alive. Out of bounds for a corner kick. This will be, I believe, the 5th corner kick. 4 or 5 corners for White House, 1 for the Lions so far, if my memory is correct. It's a fast-paced game with 30 minutes now flat to go. 10 gone here in the first half. Another corner. Here comes White House. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attackers near the top of the 18. It will be, I think, Vital, number 8. No, he's in the box somewhere. It's a low one. Oh, what a play. Man, leaving that through the legs was one of White House's players, and Austin Thomas took a shot, but Hagan with a nice save. Point-blank range. That shot wasn't as hard as maybe White House hoped, but it was a nice little play, a low-taken corner kick on the ground. And you saw one player let it go through his legs on purpose, and then Thomas took the shot, but didn't get it all. And thankfully for CPA, he didn't connect on that one. He was maybe 10 yards from goal, maybe 8. Subs coming in. Out go Omer and Hagan. Spencer Hagan, I think. Can't quite tell. Who came in? See if I can figure that out. In the back, I think. Oh, it's Jake Brown, 29, is in the game. Trice is still back there. And also 22 came in. That would be Petticini, 22. So there's a tackle made right there. Foul called against CPA. Like maybe Russell put his head down a little bit there. Hard to tell. So it'll be 28-30 remaining in this 40-minute first half. Here comes a long free kick taken down close to the 18, and it's won by White House. They have possession. They're good. Here's a left-footed shot. Going to go off harmlessly to the right side of the goal, taken that time by Brady Morgan, the junior. White House had the better of chances so far. Lions really only that one threat by J.R. Osborne on a beautiful free kick by Harrison Myers, but couldn't quite connect. Nothing else really to speak of for the Lions. And White House, you can probably count 5 or 6 chances they've had at goal. They're really a strong team. It's clear why CPA's coaches have said repeatedly that this is a dangerous team they're playing tonight. Here is a chance. They're going to call that a foul against White House. Looked like maybe Jake Brown, the newcomer this year, had good position right there. Brown is let me get this right, sophomore. Franklin High School last year. And just his first eligible game was last Thursday. And he's good. He's a strong defender, and they need him tonight. White House, boy, they represent quite a stiff challenge for CPA. Now almost 27 minutes on the clock remaining, so we played about 13. Another cross. This time it's going to be over the goal. Still in, though. Great goodness. Played out of bounds that time for a goal kick. On the left side, it was Mark Lees, 11, who's in the game for White House. But good defense there. Played against him by Max Presley. CPA not really settled in their own rhythm. White House has dominated so far. You have to say, in soccer, the term is the run of play, and that means just kind of the flow of the game. White House has had the better of it, and there they have a chance right now. Another one. There comes Vital. One man in the box. He will cut inside and take a shot, perhaps. No, he passes. Nice job by Russell to step through, though, and take that away and give it to Petticini. Excellent play by Sean Russell. Here comes Petticini on the left side. He plays it. He's going to be no call. It's going to be a throw-in for CPA. Thought maybe he was fouled there. No call. 26 minutes now to go here in the first half. Long throw taken by Petticini, looking for Sutton. But it's won away by the defense of White House. Solid back line for the Blue Devils. Here's Presley. Can he get there? Presley fighting for it. He'll shoulder off. He'll be called for the foul. It was a shoulder, but referee, I think, judged that he wasn't able to play the ball yet. I used to be a referee. I think the referee there was thinking you put your shoulder in before you were at the ball, so you weren't playing the ball. That's my guess. Free kick coming up for White House. Long one down toward the box. Good leg right there. Headed on, but won by Jake Brown. Trapnell's fighting for it. Jake Brown is now on the defense against Vital. Petticini, oh, what a move right there. Beautiful little step. That may be called a Ronaldinho. I'm not sure. Anyway, that was a nice move. Here's Osborne with a chance. Osborne has some speed. What will he do with it? Osborne cuts inside. Osborne has speed. Osborne, one too many dribbles perhaps. Obstruction, no call. Maybe obstruction there. Referee didn't call it. Here comes Jake Brown attacking. Gives it to Petticini, though. It's won back by White House. Jake Brown hustling back, trying to recover on defense. Lions have numbers. They're okay right now. It's Vital up the side. He'll be fouled, I think, inadvertently. I don't think Brown meant to there, but it was a little bit of a feet get tangled up. 24:50 to go here in the first half. I understand we got some family members joining us, the Hewermans perhaps from, was it Virginia? Somewhere out of town. So if you're watching us from a far-flung locale, thanks for being with us. Exciting game so far. CPA right now, I'd have to say, hanging on. They are in danger of giving up a goal, but they are, I would say, surviving right now. Here's the cross. In the box, Jake Brown heads it out. Nicely done by Jake. He's got good height. But it's White House winning it back in. Jake Brown again. Harrison Myers wins it now. Out of bounds, though, I think off of Myers. 24:10 to go. White House. Fans may remember the girls played CPA. White House girls played CPA at White House in the region final last year. Lions won 2-1. We'll see if history repeats itself. Maybe the boys can keep that going. Chance there, but it goes pretty harmlessly to Walker Hagan. Here comes Hagan's long punt. Look how long that was. Way down to Grady Sutton. Heads it on, but no one's there except White House's left back. And he plays it up, but it's Trapnell trying to win. Good job there by White House. Myers is chasing. 23:30. We played 16 and a half minutes so far. No score. That left back I keep mentioning is Tanner Crane. He's a junior defender doing a good job for White House on that side. Here's Jake Brown playing it up. Brown won, though, by White House. Trapnell can't quite control. Through the midfield. It's a pass. Russell's there to cut it off. Good D. Again by Sean Russell. That was Mark Lees, the freshman midfielder, had a chance at it. Right now, I'm if I had to surmise, the engine for White House in the midfield is number 9, Austin Thomas. Thomas is a senior. He really tends to set things up well. Here's a chance from the defense. One played out off of White House. Good job there by Max Presley. Did it again. I got Presley and Trapnell mixed up. They're built similarly. And they're one number apart, 5 and 6. Of course, Max has a little more hair, so I could probably figure that out. Here's a header, but way down to Walker Hagan. 22-25 remaining first half. Lions with a chance to win the region. There's offside. Flag is up. No, nothing there. That should be a card, perhaps. Players should know better than here's the whistle, and then he takes a shot. There's a fan down here below us for CPA said something to the referee or the player. The referee can give a yellow card for that if the whistle blows and a player keeps going and slams that ball into in that case, the screen or the net behind the goal. Here's Sean Russell playing it up towards Sutton. Over his head, maybe? No. Sutton is there, but it's won away by White House. Blue Devils set it back up. That's Vital, I think. Wait, is it? No, it's not. Actually, it's Morgan, Brady Morgan. Back in the center mid area. There's Thomas, number 9, challenged by Sean Russell. Good job by Sean, but he is unable to win the ball away. Austin Thomas, smooth player for White House there at center mid. Petticini off White House that time. Lions fortunate off of Vital. Here's a long throw by Petticini. Headed on by Sutton. but nobody really there. Myers was going toward it. Ball's up in the air. Challenging for it that time was Trapnell. Now it comes to Meyer, and it's going to be Sean Russell. Russell will play it to nicely done to Osborne. Osborne, whoops, loses the handle right there. Here's Trapnell playing it through toward Myers. Myers heads on it to Sutton. Sutton heads on it back to Myers, maybe. Well, now it's Presley with a chance. He'll cross it over. What a header! It's in the goal! It's a goal! What a beautiful goal! Presley with the header, with the cross rather, and Petticini with the header goal. Wow. Lions getting dominated by White House the first almost 20 minutes, and instead of White House cashing in, it's CPA taking a lead, 1-0 in the region championship game. That was a thing of beauty. Presley with the cross into the box. 22 Petticini, the junior, gets a head on it. I think it may have caught the keeper's hand. And it went in the corner of the goal, the right corner of the goal on the ground. What a great turn of events for the Lions. Here's a play. Jake Brown chests it. Look at the scoreboard updated here. I'm too excited to handle that. 1-0 CPA. That goal was scored at about the 20:44, I think it was, on the clock. Huge play for the Lions. So, soccer is that kind of game where you can get dominated or you can dominate conversely, and it doesn't take just one chance to cash in. It isn't so much like basketball, for example, where the better team usually has chances to exert itself. Soccer, if the teams are fairly evenly matched, one team can have many, many chances and not cash in. Other team can just get one and make it count, and that's all the difference. It's that kind of a game of inches, if you will. Kind of like hockey in some ways. Presley fighting for it. Sutton fighting for it. Good D there over the back. Maybe referee fans wanted that. Here's Chance Meyer fighting for it. Jake Brown, goes straight up. Meyer fighting for a ball in the air, about 4 or 5 headers in a row. Here comes Hagan way out. He will take it at the edge of the penalty box. Just making sure. Sutton can't quite win that one. Now under almost 19:15 to go. Presley keeps it in. Nice job there. He gets hammered right there. No call by number 1, Gage Black. Black's a stocky, short kind of defender. And he ran into Presley, but the referee did call it. Okay, it is a foul. All right. My faith is restored in the officials. Here's Harrison Myers. Into the box. Dangerous ball. Sutton's there. Keeper's there. It's loose, but it's won by White House. And here come the Blue Devils the other direction in the form of Brady Morgan, number 5. He's got a lot of space. Myers comes over to cut him off. Won by Brown, Jake Brown. He chips it over beautifully to Osborne on the left side. Offside is the call. Flag went up immediately on this. You can't see it probably, but it's on to our right. Osborne, the referee, the assistant referee on this side, judged, was just past the second to last defender when the ball was played by Brown. So it's an indirect free kick for White House. Over the head of the right mid. Joe Trice can't quite clear it, though, and it's still alive. Here comes Morgan crossing it. Off the foot of, Trice and then Jake Brown for a corner kick. It was Brady Morgan over there controlling. That's a good example, not to pick on Joe Trice, but the Lions have got to be clean tonight. If they give that ball up on the in the back line, it could be danger. Here's the cross. Headed on. It was Petticini, I think, who won that one. Here's a long nothing. Out of bounds. That's a wasted chance right there for White House. Austin Young, midfielder, senior, probably kind of a holding, I think maybe a holding center back or stopper type position. He's looking at some of his teammates going, kind of shrugging like, or looking at his coach perhaps. I think coach may have said something to him like that was a waste. They had a good build-up right there, and they instead surrendered a goal kick. Fighting for it again, though. That's Morgan all the way across to Lees. He plays it up. Brown is there with the header, but it's won back by Morgan, chesting it out. Nice pass. A chest wall pass, if you will, back to Austin Thomas. Nicely played by number 6, Chase Dunlap. Lions, I'll say it once more, they they greatly benefit from having Jake Brown in this game and eligible for the postseason. I think, did he miss? What happened? They're going to call what? Goal kick. Joe Trice, thank goodness for CPA fan on that ball. Trice missed it, and it was off White House. 16:40 remaining in the first half. We have played approaching 25 minutes of this game. If you're just joining us, Lions got a beautiful goal on a header, a cross, and then a header. Petticini scored it. Presley got the assist. White House had at least 3, maybe 4 times the chances CPA has had, but no goals yet for the Blue Devils and 1 for your Lions. Can they now? We'll see if they can hold off White House the rest of the way. Here's Jake Brown. Brown getting manhandled in the box, no call. What a nicely done. He gets a foul. Now he does win the foul. We'll try to get our camera even up at halftime. I'm not sure if that's possible. We'll see. We have a little bit of a precarious angle here trying to get to see out the window, and that because of that we have to kind of lean our tripod forward. That's more than you want to know, but in leaning it forward we kind of lose a little bit of our even-keeledness. Make sense? All right, that's not a word. 15:30 to go in the first. Here's a play back by Lees. Hustling to get there is Presley. Sutton wins it. Now hits Omer's back in the game to Myers. Omer and Sutton going for it. Now rather Petticini going for it. He jumps over the keeper. Good job by the goalie to come out and snag that one. Water bottle from there. Tell me whatever you want to, okay? Gatorade or what? For the broadcasters. All right, here we go. Russell plays it up into the crowd. Fans ducking there. The ball goes way out of the stadium, I think. Another ball back in. Under 15 to go in the first. Mark Lees off of Harrison Myers. Myers claps in a little bit of frustration right there. 14:30 remaining in the first. Here comes a long throw in, I do believe. I don't even see the player. Here it is. Yep. Oh, yeah, what a throw. Hagan punches it out in the direction of Presley. Now Presley plays it up to Omer. Omer's got a little bit of space. He's got Sutton. He's going to play it through, but Sutton won't be able to connect to it. Yeah, Sutton may recover, though. Grady with good hustle, and he wins the ball to Omer. Omer looks through for Petticini. Good effort there. Well, I got to give credit to Grady Sutton there. Really hustled back to re-win that ball. That's one of the principles of soccer I'll get to in a minute. Here is Joe Trice. Good D off the flag and a throw in. That's a fortunate bounce, or maybe providential bounce for CPA. Didn't bounce to the left for a corner, bounced to the right for a throw in, which is better. 13:40 to go in the first half. Throw in is his foot went up in the air. Actually, bad throw. Wasn't called. Good D by Trapnell. Can he win the ball back? Austin Thomas plays it back to the defender. Heading for the keeper, Walker Hagan. Tanner Crane with the attempt, but nothing dangerous there. Headed out by White House. It'll be Lions throw. Subs coming in. Osborne back in. Spencer Hagan back in. Out will go Trice and Myers. 13 almost minutes to go in the half. Throw in by Presley, now back to Osborne. Off of White House, throw in again for CPA. Under 13 to go in the first half now. So we've played 27 minutes. There's a flip throw taken by Sutton. You saw that one. Oh, going down in the box is Presley. Referee not going to buy that one. Presley raises his arm and rolls over as if to say, Mr. Referee, please. For those who aren't as familiar with soccer, if you're fouled inside that box, referee will award a penalty kick from the 12-yard spot, just the one shooter against the keeper. Percentage of that one becoming goal is high as 90 or plus % of PKs, depending on the level of soccer, end up being goals. So if you win a PK, it's a great chance. Here is Osborne fighting for it. One away by the center back, and Hustling back is Brown to play it out safely into the crowd. That was played up beautifully by the defender, Brock Fogel, a junior defender, but also Jake Brown also played it well. Thomas makes a move, looks for the right midfielder rushing in. Petticini, well done by Josh. He wins the ball, he plays it out safely. That was good. Throw in, played out by Spencer Hagan. Another throw coming for White House. Lions will rely on their defense right now. They're back 4, and the midfielders dropping back to help out, including that one right there, Trapnell. Pedicini, nice pass up to Osborne. Osborne going to find Omer, maybe? No, it's one back by Whitehouse. Good job by Fogel, the defender, challenging Osborne that time. JR couldn't get rid of it in time. Played through to Hagan, though, harmlessly. 11 minutes to go in the first half. Played up. That is Omer heading on. Nice job. Here comes Pedicini. He's got some space. Can he save it in? Yes. Narrow field. Nice move by Pedicini. Beautiful little move. Plays it back 18. There's Osborne shooting way over the goal. Looked like a field goal kicker like he is in the fall. That time. Thank you, sir. Osborne, you know what? He had more time than he thought. That's easy for me to say it here in the booth, but Osborne had time to take a touch and then crank it. He just cranked it on the fly. A one-touch shot, they call that. But he had more, maybe a half second to control that one and then crank one with perhaps a bit more control. It was a good ball by Pedicini. Here comes another flip throw by Sutton. This one goes like a skyrocket toward Pedicini. It's loose in the box for a moment. Played out. That may be a foul, not called. Thomas. Sutton wins it with the chest high in the air. White House wanted a handball, not called. Here comes Thomas. They win the ball back to the Blue Devils. 10 minutes now flat to go in the first half. Good job by Russell. Sean Russell coming across to win that. He's got some good speed. Here comes Sutton. Grady Sutton shoots. Is it off of White House? We'll see. Yes, a corner kick won by the Lions. Okay. Subs coming in again. It is Myers back in for CPA along with the other Russell, I do believe. EJ Russell. Number, get this right, 18, right? Yes. Corner will be taken by Presley. It's in the air. Russell can't get a head on it. It's headed out. Shot cranked that time by Trapnell from the midfield, about 25 yards out from goal. Couldn't quite connect. Went off to the right side of the goal. 9 minutes now and 5 seconds to go here in this first half. Lions up by 1. The game is even out a little bit on the chances. White House dominated the first 15, 20 minutes, but the Lions got that goal. Midfield. Won by Trapnell. Here is Omer. Omer plays it nicely done to Presley. Presley will crank it across. Oh, handball maybe. Another handball maybe. 2 handballs in a row. Referee not going for it. Now there's one on Presley not called. 3 handballs in about 5 seconds. None of them called. Cross coming all the way up. Hagan's there easily will chest that ball and play it back up in the direction of E.J. Russell. Settled by Lees, maybe. Nope, still loose. Austin Thomas has it. Now Thomas challenge Osborne sliding in there and Trapnell from behind. Here's Presley sliding in now. Lions. Spencer Hagan nicely headed right up to Omer. Another freshman. Russell, can he get there? No. Keeper will wait and pick it up just inside the 18. 8 minutes to go now in the first half. Exciting game. Lions, that 1-goal lead. Will it stick? Let's find out. Meyer heads it on there, but it comes back to Lees. Lees in the corner for Thomas. Thomas cut off by Jake Brown. Nicely done, Jake. Throw in going to be taken by the defender, Tanner Crane. Crane's got a good throw. Last time it went way into the middle of the box. Here it is. Long throw, dangerous. Here's what's going on here. It's a foul, I think, called by the AR on the far side. It's a foul call, I believe. A little extra business there against White House. Jostling for position there. White House must have done something. And a yellow card is given out to Austin Thomas, number 9. He will have to go out for a break. He must have said something to the official. Didn't like that call. Call was made by the assistant referee, the linesman on the far side on the throw-in, and I'm sure the call had to do with some pushing and shoving going on as the players jockey for position to play that ball off the throw-in. And then Austin Thomas said something perhaps about the referee's mother. I don't know. But either way, the referee didn't like it. Osborne flicks it on. Nicely done. Russell has it now. Russell's on. Oh, nicely won away that time by Sloan Daly, 17. That was a dangerous chance perhaps for CPA that was averted by Whitehouse. Nicely won away by Omer from behind, the freshman. Jack Hawthorne, you out there? My goodness, a freshman. And there he is right down there. Max Presley. You heard that, didn't you? Did you hear that one, Jack? That was for Jack. They got a lot of freshmen like the Lions do, playing key roles. Here's a sophomore, Osborne. Plays it to Russell. Russell, can he get there? Russell will cross it across in the box. Played out by Whitehouse, though. Left footer going to go out of bounds. Lions throwing. Now 6:39. So almost 6.5 to go. Russell's throw. Sean Russell. There's 3 Russells on the roster. 2 of them playing tonight. Nicely won. Tackle by Sean Russell. He'll cross it to the keeper, though. Not much right there. 6:20 to go first half. Spencer Hagan heads it on. Whitehouse trying to control. Trapnell recovering. Through ball too far. Giving up on it that time is number 8, Vital. It's either Lewis or Louis, but it's Vital's last name, number 8. Whitehouse looks a little frustrated right now, and you can't blame them if they are, because they dominated the first 20 minutes of this soccer game, only to see the Lions get the 1 goal. Here is a chance. Rushing down the left side, it's Hewerman. Alan Hewerman with a cross. Dangerously done there by Hewerman, the freshman, speaking of freshmen, but unable to win that ball and out of bounds now Trapnell. So Hewerman's in the game, number 30 for CPA. Lions got a bright future. Now they got a bright present too, but they got a bright future with a lot of younger guys playing key roles. Very few seniors, really, on this roster, if you think about it. Here is a through ball played to Walker Hagan, who is a sophomore. I'll go through the list at halftime, but senior-wise, Sean Russell, Josh Russell, Taylor Collins, Ben Hooper, Archie Troxel. That's it. So really, lots of youth for CPA, playing a lot of soccer as freshmen and sophomores. So you got to think, boy, it's a bright upside. CPA in the region championship game this year, and certainly a threat to go deep at state, and then they've got a future ahead of them too. Here is one of those future players, Osborne, the sophomore. He loses the ball. I will say, honestly, it's 2 or 3 times now that Osborne has held the ball one too many dribbles. And if he would put his head up and send that ball earlier, it would be beneficial to him and the team. Not to pick on him. I'd say that about anybody. In soccer, you can get stuck where you want to do a little too much, and you applaud the effort there. He's trying to help his team win, but he's forcing it a little bit, and he knows that I think he looks a little frustrated right now. I mean, he'll get his game going. He's an excellent player. He contributes every single game, and including this one. He'll do something big like that right there. Flick on by Osborne, nicely done. He's an athlete, outstanding athlete. Of course, soccer and football. Receiver in football as well as kicker. Here comes Whitehouse on the counterattack, though. 3:40 to go in the first half. Lees is there. Will he do anything left-footed? Yeah, he'll cross it. Hagan punches it out. It's still alive, though. Hagan makes the save. The header is taken that time by Brady Morgan, number 5, after Hagan had punched it. And the good-sized crowd here appreciated that save by Hagan. Really 2 saves. First one a punch, second one a catch. 3:15 to go in the half. Lions hanging on to that 1-goal lead. They want more. Whitehouse defense, solid. They had that one breakdown, really, where the Lions, Presley chipped it into the box, and Petticini with a beautiful header into the right side of the goal. Here's Trapnell. He'll send it across. Dangerous, but keeper comes out, though, to get it. And he'll roll it out to his right back, who is very speedy right there, Brady Morgan. Morgan, look how fast he is. My goodness. He gives it off, but it's one back that time by Jake Brown, who will clear it to Kingdom Come. E.J. Russell offside is the call. That was close. Boy, that was close. He looked onside from my angle. I'm about maybe 10 yards off of that line. But from this angle, that was very close to being onside, and Russell would have had a chance. 2:25 to go in the first half. Spencer Hagan with the header. Now Trapnell. And Myers defending in the midfield. Here's a through ball. Going to go too far out of bounds. Yeah, goal kick taking that. Braden Clark, the midfielder number 10 in the game, is junior for White House. Tried that through ball, but it was too far. 2 minutes to go, first half. Boy, the Lions are going to be pleased to be ahead if they stay ahead. And White House is going to be shaking their heads at halftime, saying we had chances, we had chances, we had chances. Did not connect. Out of bounds into the visiting stands. Minute and 45 to go in the half. Clock on the scoreboard is official in high school soccer. Referee will stop it occasionally. He'll look at the press box and cross his arms. I mean, stop the clock, and then they'll start it again when he says so. Throw in for CPA. They have a chance now. 1:25 remaining in the half. Long throw by Myers. Well done. It's the one away, though. Momentarily, here's a shot cranked by Trapnell. Nice chance right there. He did a good job, did Trapnell, of getting his body around that one. And Willie there, that's a key in soccer, is getting your hips turned. He did that time, and that was a dangerous shot just over the crossbar and under the football goalpost crossbar there. Omer out of bounds off of White House. They say yes. Here comes E.J. Russell. He'll give it off to Myers, who has a long throw. Myers up the hill will crank that throw. Let's see here. Well done. Well done. Russell's there, not quite able to time his jump. Here's Trapnell again. One out by lead. No. Here is Russell. Oh, my goodness. That was Sean Russell with a crank, but it was off to the right and onto the roof of the field house. Speaking of Fieldhouse, it's undergoing a much-needed renovation right now, expansion, to add more space for fitness classes at the academy and also athletic weight training. And so that's a pretty exciting project. You may notice if you get down this part of campus, a lot of construction going on to expand the Fieldhouse and make it nicer, renovate the locker rooms, and that'll benefit certainly sports teams, but also students who take fitness classes. And that is halftime. Well, wow, what a first half. White House dominated early. CPA barely staved off a number of goal opportunities for the Blue Devils. And then the Lions got their own goal with, I think it was 20:44 on the clock, so not quite halfway through the half. CPA scored, and once again it was Max Presley with a little cross into the box, and Josh Petticini headed it on. Keeper, we think, got a hand on it, but the ball trickled in the goal on the right side. Trickled in, maybe actually rolled in. Lions up by 1 at the half. Now we'll take a break and try to get our camera figured out. And in the meantime, go to the restroom, get a drink, come back in about 9 minutes for second half action.
Did you see the goal?
Back with you here. Second half action about to begin. Lions, you see they're huddled up. We've moved our camera down below the booth, and I think it should be a little more straight. So if anybody out there was has a crick in the neck, I recommend Dr. Cook or Star Physical Therapy. I hope you don't, from having to crane your neck a little bit in the first half to see the camera angles, but we should be all set. A little bit better angle. How's that? Looking good down there, Sam? All right. You may, I hope, you see a couple more heads of fans in the in the picture, but anyway, Lions now will be going right to left, west to east on the field. 40 more minutes to go. Second half action. Lions up 1-0. Region 5 championship game. AAA. CPA will receive, and not receive, actually the kickoff will be taken, I should say, by Whitehouse. Headed on, Myers. Sutton has it. Sutton makes a move inside. Good job shielding right there to gain, maintain possession. Now he gets it back, but not quite in the reach of Taylor Collins. Number 9 is in the game. So it'll be a throw-in taken by Whitehouse. Long way to go. Anybody's game, of course. Slipping there, Trapnell. Through ball too far, maybe. Trapnell, or rather Presley, challenging for it. A good job by Max Presley right there to shield off the ball on Mark Lees, the left mid. I take it back, Gage Black. Sorry about that. Gage Black's number 1, not Lees. Lees is number 11. Here is Gage Black with a header. Taken away or headed in the air by Trice on the right side. On the back four is Trice, Meyer, Spencer Hagan, and Taylor Collins right now for CPA. In the midfield, they have Trapnell, Myers, Petticini, Presley, and Osborne, and the forward, Grady Sutton. So kind of a 4-5-1, if you will. That may not be what Coach Brett Armstrong calls it exactly, but it's in effect 4 backs, 5 mids, and 1 forward. Of course, the midfielders are called upon to press forward and support the attack and also get back and support on defense. Midfielder, of course, in the soccer you run the most, typically playing midfielder. Spencer Hagan has it. 2 minutes gone here, second half. Long cross by Collins, looking in the direction of Presley. He's there. Presley will control it, perhaps, or cross. He crosses right away in the box. Sutton is there. Keeper goes up and grabs it out of the air. Grady Sutton had a chance right there with his height, and he got up nicely, but couldn't quite outreach the goalie. He would have had to be LeBron James that time to outreach the keeper. So, Lions give up the throw. Here comes Whitehouse. Through ball taken by Vital, number 8. He was frustrated right there. He thought maybe he could connect with a player cutting through on an angle, but wasn't to be. Hagan will tee it up for the goal kick. Now 3 minutes gone, 37 to go in regulation. We will play as long as we have to get a winner in this game. Spencer Hagan, out of bounds. Does not play it back to his brother. I think his brother may have said away there, and the safe thing for Spencer was to get it out of bounds. Vital plays it ahead. Nope, headed on by Collins. Good job there. Osborne has it, has some space. Osborne, early through ball to Sutton. Osborne may have learned from the first half there. He got rid of that ball early. Well attempted right there. Here's Myers. Oh, it's played on, though, by Black. Now all the way across to Morgan. Back to Black. Black will crank one. Dangerous. Nice save by Walker Hagan as he dives to his right. and catches that ball and then lands on the ground. It may not have been on goal. Can't tell from this angle. Either way, well saved. Black again, though, Gage Black. Challenged by Meyer. Now Trapnell in the middle, played away that time by Chance Meyer. We have a Meyer and a Myers, so if I get confused, that's not my fault. It's the fault of the parents for having those names. Okay, here is Thomas. One away, though. Almost, not quite. Yes, foul called on Thomas. Good job that time by Trapnell. Takes his after his dad's athleticism, I think, right? And his mom's, too. Here's a hammer. No call that time. My goodness. Petticini got sandwiched. Oh, nice play right there by Taylor Collins coming through to win that ball. Throw in will be taken. It'll be CPA ball. Throw by Myers. Osborne flicks it on in the direction of Sutton. One back, though, by Whitehouse. Through the midfield, stepping up nicely there is Chance Meyer. Whitehouse continues their build-up, though. 35 to go, almost 5 gone. Here's a long, nice through ball on an angle, and a chance. Not much on that one, though. Chase Dunlap with a beautiful angled run, and he was open, and he took a left-footed shot, but didn't have much juice on it, and Hagan was able to scoop it up. Walker Hagan, not much trouble that time. Perhaps, I'm guessing, maybe Dunlap, not a natural lefty. Didn't have a lot of power on that shot. Myers tries to flick it up to Osborne, not quite. Handball, not called, but CPA has the ball. Osborne has some space. Osborne on the left side. He will what? Cut inside, but lose it. Maybe a little bit out in front of him. One back by Trapnell now to Trice. Trice back to Trapnell. Nice move by Willie. Crosses it. Osborne has it for a second. Fighting for it. Can't quite control, though, and it'll be played up to Dunlap. Through ball coming toward Thomas, but Hagan's out nicely, and he'll track it back and pick it up perhaps in the box. Good job, Walker, that time. Was way outside the box anticipating that through ball and was able to gain control before Thomas could do so for Whitehouse. 33:50 on the clock. There's Petticini. Can he get there? He does. Cuts inside. Cross out of the reach of Myers and went to Whitehouse. They will counterattack perhaps. Black to Thomas. Thomas crossing in the direction of Morgan, but it's won instead by Collins. And now here is Presley hustling back. Trice. Myers. Looking for Presley. Finds him. Nicely done by Harrison that time. Almost a long wall pass, but not quite. One back by Whitehouse. CPA foul call. They're going to say yes. Foul called against Presley. He did. I think he really did make some contact that time, and that's a fair call. 33 flat now. 7 gone. Lions are 33 minutes away from the Region 5 AAA championship. This will be huge to get a home game in the sectional, which is an elimination game. Winners go on to state from the sectional round. Long ball, headed out, I think, by Collins. No, Meyer. It was Meyer. Presley all the way to Osborne with some space. Can he get there? Yes, he does. He's got Sutton. He plays Sutton. He's onside. Sutton with a chest. Sutton has got a chance. Sutton is open in the box. Sutton shoots. The keeper makes an amazing save. Sutton runs toward the linesman as if to say, I got hammered. And he did get jostled quite a bit, maybe grabbed. But Sutton got to be careful there not to get a card. He may have had a case there. A lot of contact in the box that time. He struggled to get a shot off, and he did. But maybe not as cleanly as it could have been had he not been grabbed. Here's Sutton. Heads it back to Collins. Presley trying to win. It's won instead by Whitehouse, though. Stepping through is Meyer, and he challenged. That'll come roll harmlessly to Hagan. Good job there by Chance Meyer challenging Chase Dunlap. Here, Petticini, the goal scorer. Here's Whitehouse, though. Good job there by Chance Meyer, one of the center backs, one of the anchors of the back four. Good job by Trapnell right there to win that ball away. And right now, CPA is doing a good job of thwarting White House and preventing any rhythm. But White House is still dangerous. That may be called. No, nothing called there. Could have been called against the Lions. It wasn't. Headed on, but it's going to come to Hagan again. 31 now to go. 9 gone, second half. Lions. Good shape right now, but White House ever dangerous. Sutton can't quite get there. In the midfield, it's going to be Myers up towards Sutton. Now Presley. Osborne can't quite get there. And it's one back in the midfield by Austin Young. Young gives to Thomas. Thomas on the left side to Black. Black will have it on the left side with some space. Challenging him will be Trice. Gives it up ahead to Vital. Out of bounds, White House throw in. 30-20 to go. Long throw headed out by Meyer. Can it be won here? Yes, by Presley, but it's back to the back line in the form of Brock Fogel. He plays it back up from White House's back line. Nice header that time by Collins. White House has it, though, on the attack. Into the box. Dangerous. Headed by Chance Meyer. Oh, man. Off to the right. The goal was open for a moment, and Austin Thomas just missed the target. Walker came out, the keeper, to challenge for that, and the ball got loose. Thomas had a crack at goal, but he couldn't connect, and it was errant. So the Lions fortunate there to win a goal kick. Jake Brown is in. Out goes, I didn't see who went out. But Brown is in. Brown outstanding in the first half and last couple of games as well. Here's Myers. But it's a slipping there momentarily. The defender, maybe a little bit of slick spots on the field as it gets later here in the evening, and maybe a little bit, right, another example right there, Petticini goes down. Field's in good shape, but it's getting moist out there as the sun has gone down now, and maybe some of that moisture could affect the footing. One out of bounds that time off of Taylor Collins. Subs coming in. It's White House bringing in number 7 this time. Well, I don't have his. Well, it looks like maybe Lamberth. Yeah, Chance Lamberth is a junior, listed as a forward. See if Lamberth plays up front for White House. Thomas, guarded by Trapnell, making some moves. Nicely done. Gets it over to the center to Austin Young. Shot coming in pretty hot that time, but Walker was right there. Hagan got in front of it. That shot will not be the kind that gets past Walker, typically. Out of bounds off of CPA. 28-20. We've played almost 12 minutes of 40 in half number 2. Lions, I meant to tell you earlier, baseball team unfortunately fell in the region final 13-4 against Goodpasture earlier today, so Lions will have to play an away game on Friday. There is Trapnell and Presley challenging for it. Presley gets fouled, no call. Great Caesars ghost right there. Nice slide tackle by Walker, or Spencer Hagan rather. I hope you can out there can see us and hear us. If you know my cell number, I'll just give it to you, 347-5163. 347-5163, Nashville number. You can hear us, see us, 615-347-5163. Give me a text. Let me know, hey, you can see us, you can hear us, where you're watching from, etc. 27-20 to go in the second half. Throw in for CPA, sub coming. It will be Chip Omer back in, the freshman. Out will go Harrison Myers, a fellow freshman. So the Lions, just looking at the field for a quick second, have pretty much almost all underclassmen. Well, I say underclassmen, I mean no non-seniors out there for the most part. They've got a lot of youth, which is a good sign for the future of CPA soccer. Here's Meyer getting manhandled across the field. Hooked up there, connected with Vital. No call either way. It's a throw-in out of bounds for White House. That could have been called a foul. Dangerous. That one's off of Jake Brown, and it happened to bounce up where Walker Hagan could snag it out of the air. Jake Brown put his hands together almost like in a prayer-type signal to say, thank goodness that one didn't go in the goal, because it went off his foot, and it could have caromed into the goal. That's happened before. Crazy bounces. That time it didn't happen. Here's Hagan. That through ball is way, way too far. for the attacking left mid. That was Vital was the nearest Blue Devil to it, but not anywhere really close. Approaching 26 minutes to go now. Played out of bounds. Good shielding that time by number 16, Tanner Crane, as Presley was challenging for it. But that's a skill you may notice in soccer. That's one of the most important skills is shielding, meaning you're playing the ball and you're keeping the opponent from playing it. So your body is between the ball and your opponent, and it's called shielding. You're shielding off the opponent, and that's a key skill to have on the field. Whatever whistle blows, what's the call here? Maybe they're going to go way back and say what? Injured player, I'm not sure. It was given back to CPA. Gentlemanly thing to do. Here's a shot. Hagan has to track back. Ooh, a little dangerous right there. Walker was tracking back, and that could have gotten past him. He looks confident, though. Pedicini flicks on. Now back to his chest. Down the line to Osborne. Osborne has some space. Fogel's on him. Osborne cuts inside. He'll crank one. It's in the goal! J.R. Osborne with a goal! Osborne cracked it, and it went in. Past the keeper. What a shot by J.R. Osborne, a sophomore. He cranks it after cutting inside, and the keeper is there, but it goes either under him or to the side. That's the power of J.R. Osborne's shot, and it paid off. Lions go up 2-0 with 25-17 to go here in the second half. Osborne, I've said this once before, middle school, he had a shot that broke a keeper's ribs. That's the kind of power Osborne has on his leg. I don't mean that ill will toward that keeper, but Osborne, well, you've seen him kick field goals, perhaps, if you're a CPA fan, and he's got a strong leg. Lions up 2-0. Big time result. White House, one of the favorites to win state this year. This is a huge confidence builder if the Lions hang on here for the remaining 25 minutes. Up now 2-0. Big time. Yeah, one of the fans saying maybe a knuckleball. It was a shot the keeper had no chance. Here's a foul called against CPA. That shot from Osborne, we had a great angle on it. I hope you saw that on the camera. The angle I saw looking at it, you saw him cut inside. Fogel was defending him, but Osborne got loose, cut inside, had enough space to crank that one, and the keeper, as I said, was in position actually, but the shot took a bounce and maybe a knuckleball. In any case, it got past the keeper. There's a trip not called against White House. Presley on the ground saying, what do I have to do to get a call right here? Good job by Collins, although it's one back by White House. Here they come. White House got to be frustrated right now after having many chances in the first half especially, and some in this half as well. And they've got a strong team, but they've been snake bit tonight, and the Lions have cashed in opportunistically on their chances. Only a couple strong chances for CPA. I would say Lions have had maybe, here's a nice through ball, dangerous. Walker Hagan goes down and gets it, though. Good job by Hagan there. Lions only had about maybe 3 or 4 strong chances. They've cashed in on 2 of them. White House, by contrast, I would say they had 10 or 12 good chances and have come away with goose eggs so far. 23-15 remaining in the second half. Goals by Pedicini and Osborne. Oh, Osborne tries to kind of play that one. Not sure what he was doing there, but he was maybe looking for the left wing. There's Pedicini. Petty with a nice ball from Trapnell, but not quite able to track it down. Goes into the corner for a throw-in for White House. 22-55 now. And throw-in will be taken this time by Rigsby, the right back. Sub. Out goes Fogel, the center back, and in goes, I think, Daly, 17, not sure anyway. Frustration for Fogel. He was on Osborne. He had good position, but Osborne doesn't need much room. He got a step on him inside and cranked that shot from, I think, let's say about maybe 22 yards out, somewhere thereabouts. Osborne cracked that one. And one thing maybe the keeper did wrong there, he didn't go down. He just kind of stood up and the ball got past him. So I don't know if the keeper's fault. It was a hard shot and a knuckling shot. Maybe a foul there not called. Grady Sutton hustling back. Played out of bounds. Good job by Grady to pressure the defender right there. Pressured Daly, and he won a throw for the Lions. Here comes the throw. Osborne's there again. Cracks it off of a defender. Corner kick for the Lions. So good quick throw that time by Sutton. Sutton has been one you've seen him do the flip throw in the past. That handspring or flip throw they call it. That time he just threw it in straight. Here comes the corner taken by Presley over there. Lions have 4 guys in the box and 2 right near the box. Crossover. Chip Omer has a head on it. Out of bounds, though, for a goal kick. 21-20 remaining in this second half. Lions up by 2. Comfortable, not quite yet. One more goal certainly would be very comfortable. Not right now, though. Nothing safe. Matter of fact, if memory serves, I think CPA was ahead 2-0 in the girls' game last fall at White House. Here's a chance. A shot off to the right, no good by Brady Morgan. But Morgan was inside the box just barely and took a crack. And then he kind of turned his head to the heavens there as if to say, whoa, man, I'm better than that. Some of the fans down there, students chanting air ball. That shot was off target. Walker Hagen's goal kick is up toward Omer. Omer heads it on. Nicely done by Chip. Grady Sutton will pressure. Played out by Whitehouse. Good job there by Omer to get his head on that ball, and Sutton tracked it down. Here's Chip. Goes past him almost to Osborne. Here is Whitehouse, but nicely done by Collins stepping up. And slipping momentarily was Spencer Hagen, but he recovers. Good job by Spencer. Plays it up to Presley. Presley still on the ball. Presley gets hammered, and good job by Presley to win the foul right there. And you saw a little bit of a shrug by Chase Dunlap. What'd I do? And that was excellent job by Presley to, I said it before, he was shielding that time, and he shielded off the defender, and the defender put some body on him, and the referee said, hey, that's against the rules. When you shield the ball, when you shield off the ball well, sometimes you're able to frustrate the opponent enough where they foul you, and that happened that time. 19:40. So we're more than halfway through the second half. Lions lead it by 2. Region championship on the line. If you're watching the whole game, I hope you may agree with me that here comes a chance, actually. It's Petticini turning in, has the ball still. Back toward the spot. Omer. Sutton has it now. Sutton takes a crack. Maybe a handball there off the elbow. Not called, inadvertent. Trap, now that may be a handball too. Then there have been about 4 or 5 possible handballs not called tonight. Referee often lets it go if it's considered inadvertent. Jake Brown not there. Here's Meyer. Thomas has a chance. Thomas. Meyer is on him. Great D. Excellent defense by the Lions there, Tom. Meyer was first. Jake Brown hustled back to help. You saw Brown slip down 20 yards upfield and then hustle back to support Chance Meyer. Give Meyer the credit that time. Meyer, solid D that time. Here's a header. It's in the box loose, but the Lions will win it away. Spencer Hagen plays it up towards Sutton. Sutton goes up. Good header there, though, by Whitehouse. Sloan Daly. Now to Black. Gage Black. Played up to the midfield. Nice little through ball. Left-footed shot. Nothing much on that one. Chance Lamberth with a shot. That's about the 3rd left-footed shot for Whitehouse that had no mustard on it. And Walker Hagen grabbed it. Omer challenged for that one. The midfield, no. Whitehouse has control. Attempt there for a little bit of a pass out to the left wing by Dunlap, but it was one away. Lions throw in. Now under 18 to go. If you're Whitehouse, you need a goal extremely soon to get back in this game. Well, you could score late in the game, I guess, but the confidence level for the Blue Devils has to be waning. Sub. What's going on? Lengthy sub process by Whitehouse. And will come Hale, junior defender. I mean that H-A-L-E. I'm not pronouncing that in a southern way. So it's Hale, yes, in the game. And out will go Rigsby, 25. You got that joke? Maybe you did. Here comes Whitehouse. 17:20 to go in the second half. Nice job by Trapnell. Flicks it up to Chip Omer. Trapnell, back to Trapnell, not there. The pass not quite what Chip wanted to do with it. That one's better. That's Osborne on it. Osborne will play it outside. Yes. Building it up is Presley, looking for Sutton now. Sutton can't quite get there, but it's going to be Omer. Omer's on it. Through ball. Nice job by Omer. Gets it to Petticini. Looking for Sutton. Sutton, is he there? Not quite. Almost. Good play by the Lions to build that one up. Keeper off the side of his foot. Kind of a twisting, knuckling punt right there. Petticini. Foul? Yes, they call that against Whitehouse's Lamberth. And Petticini wins the free kick. Taylor Collins will take the free kick. 16:30 to go here in the second half. If you're just joining us, Sam Pomerico on camera, Phil Newman here on the play-by-play. Exciting game, fun stuff. Sutton heads it on. Omer's there, gets a head on it as well, but going to go off to the left, and the keeper will keep it in. Mentioned earlier, tough effort today, tough game for the CPA baseball team. Coach Larry Nesbitt's crew lost 13-4 at Good Pasture, so they will have to play away either Spring Hill or Marshall County. I didn't hear which team was the winner/loser of that game. Lions either have to go to Marshall County and Lewisburg or go to Spring Hill in the sectional game on Friday. Stay tuned. Here comes Petty. Will left-footed cross. Here's Sutton. Who's that one toward? Sort of toward Osborne, I guess, but it's going to go out of bounds perhaps. And Spencer Hagan heads it. Whitehouse, Gage Black looking for Thomas. Thomas playing forward now. Austin Thomas, their midfielder. They moved him up to forward, trying to get some attack going, and hasn't worked. And Gage Black gets up slowly, number one. Whitehouse has the attack. It'll be the Blue Devils looking to build it up. See what they can do with it here. Whitehouse. A lot of soccer in Whitehouse these days. A lot of travel club teams play tournaments up in Whitehouse, and they've got a good program. Pretty good, Whitehouse. I'm looking at one of our Joseph Newman here is a club player who plays against some of the Whitehouse guys. Depends on which team, which age group, but they got some good players up there, and they have a lot of fans who are excited about soccer. Their facility, their field up there is fairly new. The new press box, I should say, is new press area and concessions areas up there. They've got a lot of interest in soccer. Of course, the girls made it to state last year and lost a semifinal game. I believe it was semifinals to CAK, if memory serves. Here's Osborne. 14:30 to go in this one, second half. Osborne. Now here's Omer challenging in the midfield. Hewerman, number 30, another freshman, is on the left midfield. Here is Max Presley. Presley has room. They have numbers. Grady Sutton, is he onside? No. Oh, the flag almost went up that time. He was about to lift the flag. I think he was offside from here. They didn't call it, though. So break for CPA there. It's a throw-in instead of a free kick. 14 flat to go in this one. Regulation. Yeah, offside, if you don't know, most people know the rule that if you're behind the second-to-last defender before when the ball is played your direction and you make a play on the ball, and it's offside. Here's Hewerman up the left side. I saw Alan today at school, and I think he said you're going to be broadcasting, and I said, yep, we're going to be there. So Alan, another one of those young players contributing to the Lions. There's Collins, left-footed up the line out of bounds. 13:30 on the clock. Throw in. Some of the fans thinking that throw in should have been taken way back toward midfield instead of where it was taken. 13-15. Here's Hewerman trying to win the ball, fighting for it along with Trapnell. And who else is in that scrum is Omer. So good play. CPA, strong defense right there. Trapnell, Hewerman, Omer, and also Collins from the left back were all contesting that one and playing good D. Here's Osborne. That's got numbers right now. Oh, Osborne's got one-on-one with the keeper. Osborne. He's going to crank a shot. It's in the goal. J.R. Osborne. What a goal. He gets one-on-one before midfield. Takes off down the field. Gets inside the box. Cranks it past the keeper. And the Lions lead it 3-0 now with 12:32 remaining in the game. What a goal. Osborne second of the game. And the Lions comfortably ahead now. 3-0 with with 12:32, as we said, remaining. Big time. That ball was played out of the back. It was a counterattack. You probably have to say in soccer parlance, White House was pressing. They had to press. They've been trying to push forward a little bit, and that time they got caught maybe too far forward, and they suffered the consequences of Osborne having. Osborne and Sutton were together. Sutton was trying to stay on side at midfield. You may have seen, he was trying to keep himself on this side, on the defensive side of the midfield line. If you do that and the ball is played to you, you're on side. And as he was doing that, Osborne beat the one defender who had a chance to stop him, and he was gone to the goal. Got to about the 12-yard spot on the right side of the goal and just cranked it. Keeper had no chance. So excellent, excellent play. I said it before when I was kind of being tough on Osborne that he's an excellent player and would contribute, and boy, has he ever, with 2 big goals. So he adjusted but then the first half wasn't quite as crisp and sharp and lost the ball a few times. The second half, different story. Here's Trapnell playing it up, way up. It'll be all the way back to the keeper. 11:20 now to go. Lions are heading for the Region 5 title, and they're trying to keep up with the girls. CPA girls won Region 2-1 at White House last fall. Lions on track to win what will be the region title and secure a home game Saturday night, and it will be most likely a 7 p.m. Saturday game. Now, broadcast possibilities are kind of thin. Some schedule conflicts Saturday night make it tough to make it happen. So stay tuned to email, and we are going to try to pull that off, but can't guarantee it. There's a fine arts celebration that night where a bunch of us need to be. So we'll see. Same time, actually. So it may be tough to broadcast. And in that case, we'll try to go. We can broadcast at State if the Lions win. If the Lions win the sectional game, we are able to broadcast it. That's offside. Yep, offside was Presley that time, and Trapnell grabs his head. He was offside. But we are able to broadcast at State. I don't want to look too far ahead, but if CPA were to win on Saturday, they would advance to the state quarterfinals, and we can broadcast the quarterfinal game and the semifinal game. We are not allowed to broadcast, I don't think, the final game. Most sports, the final game is handled by the TSSAA, and soccer included. So you hope the Lions are playing in the final, and there would be a broadcast link we would send if you can't make it. That's looking way ahead. Let's just get through one game at a time. 9:30 to go in this one. Lions seem to be on track to be the region champion and host the game. And I think, what did we say? Fairview maybe in that mix. I don't have it. One of the coaches earlier was talking about the possibilities on Saturday. And it was page 1. I don't remember. Anyway, I don't want to speculate, but we will get that word out via CPA communications channels. Out goes Hewerman. So in comes Archie Troxel, number 4. Good to see Troxel, senior, out there, valedictorian for CPA. There's Troxel challenging for it. Hooper, is he in the game? I don't see him yet. Nope, that's still Spencer Hagan in the back. And there is Chance Meyer. Here's Troxel. Nice pass looking for Omer. Troxel fighting for it. Here's Thomas with a nice move. Austin Thomas, 2 nice moves. Jake Brown wins it. Nice tackle by Brown. Excellent job right there. Here's Osborne. What a move by Osborne. Can he get a hat trick? Or will he pass it? He does pass it to Presley, who shoots. Ball is still loose. Presley slips. Played out by White House. Oh, almost a 4th goal for CPA. Headed on by Omer. Onside is Russell. E.J. Russell. Ball loose. Foul will be called, I think, against Russell there. Wow. What a sequence right there for the Lions with 8:08 to go. Clock running. Several chances. And CPA almost got a 4th goal. Osborne had a chance, but a nice little pass to Presley. Presley couldn't quite connect. E.J. Russell had a shot. And White House survives that one. For White House, nice tackle right there, getting the ball. Taylor Collins wins the ball, sliding in. All ball that time, and, well, maybe got a little bit of body, but he got the ball first. 7:35 to go. Subs coming in for White House. Question for White House, if you're a Blue Devil fan, would be, is your confidence shaken at all in this game? You still got a chance, of course, to go to state. You got a good team, really good team. But can you shake this one off and win sectional Saturday in advance? These teams could meet again, but it wouldn't be until the state final. Wouldn't that be something? They will. That's what my understanding is, that you try to put the teams in the same region on opposite sides of the bracket at state. Osborne wins the throw-in. JR, it'll be taken by, there he is, Ben Hooper, number 8 in the game. Hooper is senior captain. An outstanding young man, Ben Hooper. I'd love to see him get a goal in his second to last home game as a CPA Lion. Here's Hooper. Hooper in the corner. Can he win the ball? Not quite. Out of bounds for a goal kick. Osborne had him in the corner. 6:35 to go. So, White House has to bounce back from this one, and if they want to win the sectional and go to state, Lions will get to host a home game and certainly want to keep it going Saturday night. Another big announcement I'll make tomorrow. Sectional tennis match. Lions at Wildwood. Is that right? Wildwood Tennis Club. I may be getting that wrong. Is it Wildwood? I think it is. 3:30. Tennis doesn't get a lot of love. Bad pun right there. But if you are at all able to get to Wildwood at 3:30 tomorrow, it would be huge to support the boys' tennis team attempting. Here's a chance for Omer, getting around it, not quite. Tennis team attempting to advance to state. If they win tomorrow's sectional match, the tennis team would be a nice slide by, who was that, Hagen, Spencer Hagen. The Lions would be in the state semifinals. In tennis, it's a little bit different. Right now, they're in the final 8. If you win sectional, you are in the semifinals. Like last year, they advanced the semifinals and lost to, I'm drawing a blank. I was there. East Tennessee team with a couple of exchange students from Germany. Strong team. This year, not sure what to expect. But Lions hope to win sectional tomorrow and advance on, coached by Jeremy White. Lucas Spickard among the strong players. Zeman and Mills among the leaders. Last year, Spickard, of course, won state. I saw Lucas last night. He is excited about, he's on track to go back to state as an individual player, and the team is, if they win tomorrow's matchup. So if you have a chance, 3:30 Wildwood tomorrow, cheer on the tennis team. Track and field also having sectional match action right now at Lipscomb today and tomorrow. They've got sectional. A lot of track athletes have advanced to state already. I don't have the full list in front of me, but one is Chris Charles in the pole vault. He finished first in the region. Jay Baker in the high jump, 6 feet. I saw that. He jumped 6 feet and was the sectional champion. He's going on state. Jessica Clark in the 3200 is one. And then shot put. Here's Osborne. 4 minutes to go in this one. One away that time by White House. Under 4 minutes to go. Lions up by 3. Sliding in there is Ben Hooper. What a play. Hooper with a solid defensive stop right there. Whistle blows, sub coming in. Subs, 1 for White House, 1 for CPA. Who is it? Let me see if I can read that far. For the Lions, out goes Max Presley. Good game for Max. For the Lions coming in I can't see that far. 22, Petticini back in. First goal scorer. E.J. Russell has it. He's tackled off it, but he's going to fight for it. E.J. Russell's fast and quick. Here's Troxel. Nice slide tackle by Archie Troxel, the senior. Well done. Troxel heading to college as the valedictorian. for CPA. Going to Tufts, Tufts, Tufts. And Boston, here's a chance over the goal. And off to the left that time by Chance Lamberth. Chance. Goal kick coming up, 2:45 remaining this one. So Archie, good job by Archie. Got a lot of awards yesterday at the academic awards ceremony for high school, along with our friend Mary Monroe. Mary Monroe, the salutatorian. Archie, the valedictorian of the class of 2013. They'll be speaking at commencement on the 26th. Next week from Sunday. Baccalaureate is the 25th, 2:30 in the afternoon, and then commencement the next day at 4 p.m. Both of those in the sanctuary. Class of 13. Hard to believe. This century is flying by already. 2 minutes to go and 5 seconds in this one. Lions are going to be your region champs. Stay tuned. We'll have the region hardware given out. The all-region team, all-tournament team, and, of course, the region championship trophy presented to Brett Armstrong and the boys. Coach Armstrong assisted by Danny Keck, Jay Wilkinson, and Tom Gilman. Tom Gilman started the soccer program here at CPA. The boys won state in '99. That was Coach Armstrong's first year. Attempting to get back and capture Osborne the header there. Another one. Omer's in the game. There's Petticini. Midfield is Troxel, Ben Hooper, Spencer Hagan right there in defense, along with Collins, Jake Brown, and Chance Meyer. Up top is E.J. Russell. Osborne still in the game as well. I think maybe, not sure Coach Armstrong's philosophy here, but keeping many of the starters in, except I guess Troxel and Hooper came in as far as seniors go, who have certainly earned some playing time throughout their careers. Now, under a minute to go in this one. Lions will be your Region 5 champ for 2013. And how fun would it be to see the girls who won state in the fall joined by the boys winning state? Wouldn't that be sweet? Long way to go for that one, though. You have to win 4 more games in a row. Here's E.J. Russell. Russell fighting for it, has possession. Russell's trying to cross it. Dangerous. Off the foot. Ben Hooper. Oh, Hooper almost gets a goal. Not quite. Oh, Ben Hooper. How would that have been sweet? Clock at 15 seconds now. Here comes Whitehouse the other direction, trying to get something going. Yeah, nice tackle that time by Collins. Omer with 7 seconds. Now 5. Take a shot. Why not? Oh, nope. Played out of bounds. 1 second. Game over. And the crowd down below us stands and cheers for your CPA Lions, the Region 5 champions for 2012-13. Great game for CPA. They started off under a lot of pressure, a lot of chances for Whitehouse in this one. And the Lions withstood the pressure and then got that goal halfway through the first half. Petticini with a beautiful header on a cross from Presley. And that really turned the tide. Whitehouse kept the pressure on, but the Lions cashed in with 2 more in the second half to win this one 3-0. It was Osborne with 2 goals second half. One was on a crank of a shot where he turned inside and cracked it under the goalie's foot, basically. The second one was on a breakaway when Osborne dribbled from even this side of midfield, dribbled all the way down into the penalty box and about 12 yards out, cracked a shot. And the Lions do prevail. 3-0. We'll make that a final. Oh, thank you. I already did that. Thank you, Joseph. So there you see referees getting a handshake from the players on both sides. And we're going to stay with you for the award ceremony. Our buddy Sam is down there doing a great job on camera. And Sweet Caroline plays. Here comes one of the CPA dads and soccer dads, Mr. Brown, Jake Brown. Excellent game tonight on defense. Newcomer this year for the Lions. And I think it's appropriate. This song plays Good Times Never Seem So Good when the Lions are the region champion. And we will have the awards will be given on the field, right? Yep, all region, all tournament teams. So stick around for that. We'll go ahead and carry those for you. Again, if you're a family watching from out of town somewhere, we appreciate you being with us. And the Lions come over now to say thanks to the fans. Take a bow, perhaps? Yes, they do. Nice camera work that time by Sam Pomerico to get that one. Student section there for the Lions, supporting the boys. And stay tuned. CPA will play Saturday night here in the Den again at 7. That's what I understand. I mean, stay tuned for confirmation of that. But the Lions will host a game. Let's find out if we can know the opponent yet. You know the opponent Saturday?
They'll play away Saturday. So we will play at our opponent.
No, do we know our opponent? Yeah.
Yeah,
We don't know our opponent yet for Saturday night, but it'll be here at 7 o'clock in the Den. And that will be an elimination game. The winner of that game goes to state. Loser goes home after a decent season, but you really want to get to state if you can, and the Lions have the momentum. I was talking to, was it Ben Hooper the other day, one of the players? Who was that, actually? It wasn't Ben, it was somebody else who said, there's RBA down there giving some high fives to the players. RBA headmaster Anderson walking across the field. I don't think you can see him right now, no, but he's down there, trust me, giving every player a 5. Just gave one to J.R. Osborne. One of the players was saying, though, that CPA has the momentum, and they just got to keep that rolling. Coach Mike Elson down the field, I do believe, let's see. I don't see a table with awards on it. Let's see what they're going to do. Maybe they're getting those together. I don't know. Anyway. We'll find out the opponent and let you know that. Good news, though, it's at home. Okay, I mentioned tennis earlier, 3:30 tomorrow at Wildwood. Baseball, lost to Good Pasture today at Good Pasture, 13-4. Lions will play away against either Spring Hill or Marshall County on Friday afternoon. We will see if we can look that up and find out who won those games while we're waiting. So stick around with us. And let's find that out. So Coach Larry Nesbitt and the boys, if you go to the same network we're on, the Play On Sports Network, look for the highlight. There should be a highlight clip that shows the last play of the region semifinal game the other night from the baseball field behind us. Great finish for CPA. They had a sacrifice fly in the bottom of the 7th. After trailing 2-0 at the end of 5 innings, it looked kind of dark for CPA against White House, matter of fact. But the Lions scored 2 in the 6th to tie it, and then 1 in the 7th on a sacrifice fly by Peyton Allen, and it was Carson Schroed scoring. Throw to the plate was a pretty close play, actually, and Lions won that one. Let's see if I can get the I can't seem to get it right here. Looking for the baseball scores. Let's see if I can find it here. Sports. Yep, let's go to high school sports. So there's track and field going on, sectional round, tennis sectionals tomorrow, soccer sectionals on Saturday, baseball sectionals on Friday. What have I left out? Pretty exciting sports week right now for the Academy. Also, of course, academic awards were given Monday it was Monday to middle school and Tuesday to high school. Let's see, soccer sectional roundup. Maybe this will be it. Let's find out. That's sectional. Let's see. Well, that was from Tuesday night. That's old, actually. Let's go back. Let's go to the region scoreboard right here. All right, looking for high school soccer roundup. That's not it. A region tournament scoreboard, maybe. I don't know. Don't see this yet. Bear with me here. Awards coming up. All right, here we go. Sectionals. That's baseball. CPA at Spring Hill. Okay. CPA plays at Spring Hill in baseball on Friday afternoon. Time to be determined. Okay, that's not too far away, Spring Hill. Let's see if I got soccer right here yet. Boys soccer. It'll be, I don't see it. Well, no, we don't have it yet. Well, it was going to be today's White House at CPA. I'm looking to see Giles County or Summit. Okay, Giles County played Summit tonight. CPA will host the loser of that game. We don't have that one yet. So either Giles County from Pulaski or Summit High School from, I think that's in South Franklin, will come to the Den on Saturday night at 7. Okay, stay tuned for that. Now, awards coming up momentarily, I think. While we have this chance, let me mention, too, Fine Arts Celebration for those who have signed up for that. Parents, primarily family, and students will celebrate the year. It's been an excellent year in the Fine Arts Department here at the Academy. Everything from Bye Bye Birdie in the spring to The Curious Savage in the fall, middle school productions, Spring Jubilation, vision, band, dance, visual arts, frame perspectives, etc. It'll be a celebration Saturday night at 7 for those who have registered. Summit makes the sectional. Okay. That doesn't. Let's see if we can find if they won. That's old actually. They beat Fairview in the other day on the semifinal, and they were hosting Giles County. Summit was 12-5-1. Yeah. Last night CPA beat Merrill Hyde. It was Spencer Hagan, and Max Presley with the goals for the Lions last night. So we don't know yet. Fairview's done. It'll be Summit or Giles County coming to the Den. Okay, so Fine Arts Celebration this Saturday night. AP exams going on. CPA offers 14 advanced placement courses, and there are 15 tests. One class has 2 different tests you can take. A lot of students taking AP tests last week and this week. I think the last ones actually are tomorrow, if my thinking is right. So, hey, say a prayer for those students as they finish up their final AP exams. A lot of bright students who have worked really hard all year in the classroom, and we'll have a number, I don't want to throw it out here on the air, but substantial number of scholarship offers this year that we'll announce next week. In the millions of scholarships offered to CPA seniors this year, and matriculation list will have that at commencement. We'll have a list of all the different colleges and universities where students will attend next year. There's Brett Armstrong and Coach Mike Elson in the middle of the field. They will announce the region awards. Coach Elson has a fist load of medals to give out to the region teams. So, all right, here we go, maybe. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so there you see it, and we will have the awards momentarily. And I'm going to go and get ready. By the way, we not sure about this. Stay tuned, but there's a chance we'll be able to broadcast the baseball sectional game live on Friday afternoon. That'll be, what I say, at Spring Hill. Yeah. So the Lions will have a chance to make it to the state tournament. They'll play at Spring Hill Friday afternoon. And stay tuned for news about whether that one could be broadcast live. Away games are always dicey, especially in light of internet connection at certain places. You don't always know how that'll be. We can plug into here in the Den, plug into our connection, which makes it a lot better. Away game, we use our Verizon card, which is not always reliable, depending on how far out in the country you are. A good example of that, the Page High School game last girls at Page for the sectional game in the winter did not work. Internet connection was not happening. So we had to, unfortunately, put that on after the game on demand. Here's Coach Mike Elson. Regional awards coming up.
I'd like to congratulate Region 5 runner-up, White House High School. And in the Region 5 champions, CPA. Both teams are in the final 16 in the state and will play Saturday night for a berth in the state tournament next week. Now for our region team. First from Merrill Hyde, Patrick Carr. Also from Merrill Hyde, Trevor Skeeth. From Lipscomb Academy, Stone Haley. And also from Lipscomb Academy, Will Ezel. From White House High School, Austin Thomas. Also from White House High School, Louis Vital. And from White House High School, Brock Fogel. From Christ Presbyterian Academy, Chance Meyer. From CPA, Max Presley. From CPA, William Trapnell. Also from CPA, Walker Hagan. And the Region 5 Most Valuable Player, J.R. Osborne. One big final hand for all region teams.
And there you have it, the all-region team. Players include 5 Lions. Chance Meyer, Max Presley, Willie Trapnell, Walker Hagan, and the MVP of the region, J.R. Osborne. Osborne with the 2 goals tonight. Walker Hagan solid in goal. Trapnell solid in the midfield, Presley as well. And then Chance Meyer, a rock in the center back position, anchoring the defense for CPA. Stingy defense. Trying to think, Lions give up no goals tonight, no goals last night. Did they give up any goals to Lipscomb? No, right? I think it was 1-0, right, Lipscomb? So they have been stingy on defense really all season. That's it. I think we're done. Let's sign off the air saying thanks again for joining us. CPA wins this one 3-0 over White House and wins the Region 5 AAA Championship. Lions will play here in the Den on Saturday night at 7 o'clock. For Sam Palmerico, Phil Newman here, thanking you for joining us and saying good night from CPA, and we'll see you back here at the Academy real soon.